Welcome back, YouTubers, for what will most likely be the final episode of this game. That had to have done something. Maybe move this painting? And it's unlocked. And inside we find a small brass key. The heavy wooden doors are securely locked. Well, that's what I think this key is for, dickweed. Use. Okay. Both of the doors are locked. Interesting. Maybe it'll work on this one. Ah, yes, I'm using it on the wrong fucking door. That little bastard tried locking me in here. I'm gonna kick your husband's ass. I heard it all. I knew it would come to this. Lies, deceit, murder. Where will it end? His lordship left the study in a hysterical state. He said he'd never been taken alive, and that he would do away with himself rather than suffer humiliation of exposure. I don't know what I'd do without him. We will try to find Lord Bromwell and prevent him from doing anything rash. Do you have any idea where he would have gone? No. I have no idea. Please find him. I don't want to do it without him. Who's going to pay all these bills? Who's going to buy me shit? We're on the way, my lady. I'm just waiting on Watson, as usual. Mr. Holmes, I found him. Please help me stop him. Bromwell, that was a bad sort, but I hate to see anyone die that way. I'm glad that you didn't succumb to the same fate. I was becoming worried when you didn't surface for such a long time. Stayed down as long as I could. It was just too dark and murky under the water to find him. Such a waste of life. Yes, indeed, Watson, but we must focus our attention on the case before us, lest we lose another life. Anna Caraway is still missing. Quite so, Holmes. Off to Robert Hunt's flat. Give me that bookmark. The bookmark is actually a claim ticket, numbered 4450. It's made out to Robert Hunt by Jameson's New and Used Goods, Newington. Ah. Thank you. That'll be 20 quid. Tarot cards. At the bottom of the box underneath the tarot cards sits a small ornate key. Get the fuck out of inventory mode, you weasel. Head back to Covent Garden. Stupid flower bitch still standing here. Where did the fortune teller go? Aha. I have a feeling this ornate key works on the strong box. Or not. Made of mahogany, the desk is aged and well cared for. Let's try it on the desk drawer here. Another key. Let's try the silver key. The box contains a lease for the property in Covent Garden, a birth certificate in the name of Rose Chambers, born in Bethnal Green, 1858 to the 12th. 12 pounds in banknotes of various denominations, 2 faded photographs, several receipts for recent transactions, and a large piece of fine parchment. And this is the end of the game, folks. A small piece of paper appears to be a receipt for the rental of some property down in Savoy Street Pier. There's a small note attached that reads, Rosa, please keep this in a safe place. R.H. Blah, 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 blah. Split the fuse, Watson. Step sharp on the Winford. You get Miss Calloway. I'll deal with the bomb. I wouldn't recommend it, Watson. Leave it for the police. I need this mess to explode accidentally. I can't do it, Holmes. Watson!
You saved my life! I'm sorry your friend didn't.
Watson! My hat. Profoundly sorry.
Nonsense, Holmes.
There's not a system to try to defuse the bomb. You can't take responsibility for my folly. Very generous of you, old friend. What happened? As must be obvious to the world's greatest detective, I failed to stop the burning fuse from reaching the black powder. Just when I saw how dire my situation had become, I saw a trap door on the floor. I jumped inside to save my own life. Why isn't there fucking speech here? It's a good thing, too. I would have been seriously displeased had you been injured. As for that, I'm sure. Good day, gentlemen. Very good of you to come. But speak softly so we don't disturb the boy. Your spirits appear much improved since we last met, Mr. Farthington. Your reputation for perspicacity is not undeserved, Mr. Holmes. My profound thanks for your efforts on behalf of Miss Calloway. I presume that Dr. Smithson's letter was all you had hoped it would be. Indeed, Mr. Holmes, as you see, I've already been able to reunite mother and son on the strength of it. I'm very gratified to hear it. Justice has been served. What has become of Lady Bromwell? We received word last night that the unhappy woman expired from apoplexy. Perhaps it is for the best. What were your plans, Miss Calloway, if I may ask?
Of course you may, Mr. Holmes. You and Dr. Watson saved my life after all. I will continue singing at the opera. Paul would come live with me on Bunhill Street, which I tried to be very happy. And as for Mr. Caruso, we shall have to see.
Very wise, I should say. You know, of course, that your sister's killer has been convicted.
Thanks to you and Dr. Watson, I understand. It is, however, a small consolation. Somehow I feel responsible for Sarah's death.
Nonsense, Miss Calloway. If you'll excuse me for saying so. Blackwood had no idea that the pendant contained the letter he was looking for. He blundered into its theft. He would pay for his error with his life.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, we should take our leave. A moment of your time, gentlemen, if I may. Dr. Watson, I have read the accounts of Mr. Holmes' exploits. I presume that you have kept a record of this case as well. I have indeed. I wonder if I might prevail upon you to withhold or at least postpone the publication of your journal for the sake of a boy and his mother. I will consider it, Mr. Farthington. Then I will bid you good day.
So, does your account of this mystery come to a satisfactory conclusion, Watson?
As good as could be hoped for, Holmes, considering 3 innocent lives were lost.
Indeed, and more's the pity. But we did unravel a muddle that flummoxed Scotland Yard. We apprehended the 2 vicious criminals. And best of all, we reunited a mother with her son. I would like to have seen Lord Bromwell in the dock, but he has submitted himself to a higher authority. May they all receive their just rewards.
Amen to that, Holmes. I'm glad it's over. This was a most peculiar and troubling case. It was a long time before I realized that all of our investigations were related. Sarah's murder, Anna's abduction, and the killing of Frederick Gardner and Moorhead were in a sense all the same crime. I suspect that you knew the pendant was the crux of the case much earlier than I.
I think that is a just and a succinct summation, Watson.
Amazing, Holmes. Should I live 100 years, I'm sure I shall never meet your equal.
My thanks, Watson. But don't be too certain. There is a master criminal who thinks he is already more than a match for me. No doubt we shall have to deal with him in time.
What's up, man? Good. One sec, man. Hold on.